So I have a Nissan Pathfinder 2007. I've just finished replacing the heater coil hose assembly, which is this line here. All of this is one whole assembly. All back here, one whole assembly. If one piece breaks, you'll have to get the whole assembly. Now, the job wasn't really that hard. I'm going to tell you, this tool right here, this is a clamp tool for these type of clamps, and this tool will make the job so much easier if you have it for these type of clamps. Me being, I'm a heating and air guy, I do a lot of troubleshooting type work. So if you don't have the money to get this part, what I did was, this is I think it's a 5/8 socket, wrench socket for I think I was using it for spark plugs. I had so many of them. So in the meantime, I put that in there, and let me see here the stuff I used. See if I can, this right here, make sure it says, rubber, metal, plastic. I got this at I think Auto Advance, but AutoZone has something similar to it. But yeah, this right here, you mix the two together. Then you make sure that bad boy can slide in there. Make sure it'll fit on the hose that goes over it. And I slid it in. I made sure I put enough of that stuff on this, and I put some inside of here. So then when I slid it in, just kind of held it for a little while. Then when I felt like it seated, I just left it alone. Next day I came back and I put some more all the way around. And I did that for about a day, 2 days. Well, the second day kind of felt like it's seated, but I went ahead and put some more around it anyway. And then I let it wait for a couple of hours. This part right here, this broke off this morning while I was actually taking it off. But if you could find a bolt, socket for that too, all this does is it flows right on through. So if that was a break off also, if you can find a socket that you can fit right in there, you could do the same as this one. This was just a meantime fix, but even though I had it up there, I didn't have to actually drive this vehicle too much, but I did make sure that if I needed to drive it, it would go. And this, this right here, this is not really coming out. I'd have to break this whole thing off to get this out, which, since I don't need it, I'm not gonna really worry about it. But this was just a quick fix for this heater coil hose assembly for a 2007 Pathfinder. This assembly cost me about $250. 256, somewhere around there, $260. I have Prime, so my shipping was free. But if you don't have that money to do it with, this was just something quick that you could do. Well, it's not necessarily quick because you want to make sure that it's seated good. But you could do this, let it sit for like a day, a whole day. That thing will sit, and then we'll just come back the next day, put some more that epoxy around it, let it sit, you know, see how it kind of dripped off. But as long as it seated like I wanted it, that's all I cared about. And I could have actually just drove this around and it'd been fine. It's actually pretty seated, pretty good. And you can see it just flows right on through. There wasn't any valves or anything to just open or close anywhere. That's why I went with this. But I got it in there. She's going. And just a little something just in case you didn't have the money to get it right now, and if you still needed to use the vehicle, you know, you could actually use a socket. Like I said, I think mine was 5/8. I could be wrong, but you know, you got some sockets. You can make something happen, make something work until you can get what you need. All right, have a good day.